Hello everyone and welcome back to KORR Monsters for the final stop of the 2006 season here in Orlando, Florida. Our lineup of trucks for this event features Comedic Gaskets driven by Damon Newton, Zach Preston in Cottonmouth, James Whitaker in Eagle Eye, Guy Neal in Flashover, Herman Foster in Foxtrot, David Langford in Howler, Greg Easton in Monkey Business, Mike Burton in No Mercy, our 2004 racing champion Randall Boone in Rat Trap 3, Henry Freeman in Slasher, our reigning racing champion Kinsley Parks in Sunoco, and rounding out our field our 2002 racing champion Mike Maxwell in Tonka. Now on to the bracket for round 1 of racing. Couple of champions to start us off. Sunoco going up against Tonka. Then we'll have Monkey Business going up against Foxtrot. Comedic Gaskets going up against Cottonmouth. Then we'll see Howler going up against Rat Trap. Slasher going up against Flashover. And then we'll be ending round 1 of racing with No Mercy going up against Eagle Eye. Now for the first race of the bracket here tonight. Both trucks on the line and away they go. Good start from both trucks. Coming around this first turn. At the line it's going to be Tonka with the lead over the first jump. Coming for the second jump. And it looks like it might be a slight advantage to Sunoco, but a bad landing for Tonka. That's going to open up the lead a lot. And Kinsley Parks and Sunoco's going into round number 2 as Tonka gets it up onto 2 wheels, but brings it back down. Now for our next race, Monkey Business and Foxtrot pulling up to the line, waiting on that green, and away they go. Coming around the first turn, both trucks keeping it pretty steady through the turn. No one really kicking the back end out. Now for the second jump, looks like Foxtrot has about a truck length advantage, but Monkey Business had a better landing. Coming to the finish, it's going to be Foxtrot picking up the win, moving on into round number 2. Next up, Comedic Gaskets going up against Cottonmouth. And Comedic Gaskets nailing the light. Cottonmouth just fell asleep there. But it's already closed up the gap. I think Cottonmouth might have the advantage right now. Second jump looks pretty close. Coming to the finish, who's it going to be? Both trucks neck and neck. At the line is going to be Cottonmouth, just barely picking up the win over Comedic Gaskets. Now for our next race, we have Howler going up against Rat Trap. Rat Trap a little quicker on the light than Howler. We already saw Rat Trap's teammate Cottonmouth go into the next round. Will Rat Trap be joining them? So far it's looking like yes. Rat Trap multiple truck length advantage over Howler. Just needs to not get a penalty. And he'll get the win, and he misses the ramp. Howler's going to be picking up the win after a rare penalty by Rat Trap and Randall Boone. As next up we have Slasher going up against Flashover. Flashover nails the light. Guy Neal, Flashover. Someone came out of the gate swinging when we first saw him, and he's only been getting better. As for Slasher, this is only the second time we're seeing him with a much older designed chassis. So definitely outgunned here. But coming to the line, it's going to be Guy Neal and Flashover picking up the win, but Slasher not too far back considering the difference in these chassis. As now we have No Mercy and Eagle Eye on the line. Good start from both trucks. Eagle Eye on that brand new chassis, still with a pert engine in the back of that truck, but keeping this close. Over the second jump, maybe a slight advantage for No Mercy, but these trucks are right on top of each other. Coming to the finish, who's it gonna be? And it's gonna be Eagle Eye getting the win in the air. Big win there for James Whitaker and Eagle Eye. As now we take a look at our round 2 matchups. We'll see Sunoco going up against Foxtrot, Cottonmouth going up against Howler, and Flashover going up against Eagle Eye. And a loss here doesn't mean your racing is done. We are taking a fast loser out of this round. So as long as you're fast and don't get a penalty, your night might not be over. Because now we have Sunoco and Foxtrot leaving. Good start from both trucks. Coming around the first turn here, Foxtrot about a half truck advantage on our reigning racing champion. Sunoco keeping the turn tight, but has an issue on the exit. Coming around the final turn, and it looks like it's going to be Foxtrot picking up the win here. Big upset win over our reigning racing champion. So now we have Cottonmouth and Howler pulling up to the line. Good start from both trucks. Howler pulling the front wheels a little bit. At the line the first time, it's pretty close between these two. Coming around for the second jump, looks like Cottonmouth has opened up a little bit of a lead, but not much, maybe a wheel. Coming to the finish though, it's going to be all Cottonmouth picking up the win. Howler not too far back. Got a good run out of the last turn, but just not enough to challenge Cottonmouth. It's now Flashover and Eagle Eye get the green light, and they're off. Pair of dodges here. Flashover, much tighter turn. And they're pretty close on the first jump. Coming around for the second jump, Flashover opening up the gap a little bit. Final turn here. Can Eagle Eye close the gap up? No, he will not. It'll be Flashover picking up the win going into the semifinals. And now taking a look at our bracket for the semifinals, it'll be Foxtrot going up against fast loser Howler, and then we'll have Cottonmouth going up against Flashover on the other side of the bracket. Now first race of the semifinals, Foxtrot and Howler pulling to the line. And away they go. Howler pulling the front wheels once again. That truck hooking up really good here. Unfortunately, not in the way you really want. You don't want the front wheels coming up off the track. Although that's not making much of a difference here. He's got about a half truck length advantage. Coming to the finish, who's it going to be? Oh, Howler misses the ramp. Up and over goes Howler. Foxtrot's going to get the win. And Howler is destroyed. Have to see if they can get that truck back together for freestyle. As now we have Cottonmouth and Flashover pulling up to the line. Green light and Flashover nails the light. Almost perfect reaction time there. Flashover already over a truck length advantage. Cottonmouth has some work to do and closes up a ton on that second jump. Coming to the finish, who's it gonna be? At the line, it's gonna be Flashover picking up the win. So we're guaranteed a new winner here. It's gonna be Foxtrot or Flashover getting the first career KORR Monsters win here in Orlando. As these trucks pull the line, waiting on the green for the finals. Great start from both trucks. Nice tight turn from Flashover. Foxtrot going wide. And Flashover with the early advantage here. And now Flashover goes wide. Foxtrot keeps it tighter. At the line the second time. They're in a dead heat, so it's all going to come down to this last turn. Foxtrot with the tighter turn. Flashover with the run out of the turn. It's going to be Foxtrot picking up the win. Herman Foster gets his first career KORR Monsters win here in Orlando. Now we head into freestyle. Our order is going to start off with Cottonmouth. Then we'll go into Eagle Eye, Slasher, Monkey Business, No Mercy, Howler, Foxtrot, Cometic Gaskets, Flashover, Rat Trap 3, Sunoco, and then we'll be ending off with Tonka. Now for the first truck of freestyle, Zach Preston brings out Cottonmouth. Looks like starting off with a great sky wheelie on the back of the blue lane. Cottonmouth, a truck known not only for being bad fast in racing, but also for doing some of the best power wheelies you've ever seen. Although it's been quite a while since we've seen him get a good one. As he lines up. Going for a slap wheelie here. Oh, and he's not going to get it. Too much power for this loose track. But he is going to go into cyclones. And he's going to keep that truck on all four wheels. Great set of cyclones there. For the first truck out. Coming down to the last 30 seconds of the run here. Gets tripped up by that bus stack. And looks like he's going to air it out here. Some pretty good air off that big ramp. Decides not to go back to that van stack. Goes for that other bus stack and gets tripped up by that one again as well. Time here for maybe one more hit. We'll see if the judges are lenient. And goes right for that camper, right up and over it. Just after time expires, so we'll have to see if the judges counted that or not. And he gets more air over that bus stack. Now he gets the slap wheelie he wanted in his run. It's going to be a 19 from the judges for Zach Preston and Cottonmouth to get us started. Next up, James Whitaker bringing out Eagle Eye. Brand new chassis for this truck, brand new setup, brand new wheels, brand new paint. Pretty good sky wheelie to get us started. As mentioned in last week's episode, this is his backup engine he has in the truck. It's down a lot on power. So we'll see what he can make do with here. And going after that big ramp truck, it doesn't get a lot of air, but a unique angle to hit it. As he gets some air off that blue racing lane. It looks like he's going to go for the camper halfway through his run. Great hit on it, trying for a slap wheelie. Just not quite enough power to get that truck to come up. And a beautiful hit on that bus stack. Just touches the back wheels on the top of the bus. And now does the same thing on the other bus stack. This is a good run for James Whitaker here in Eagle Eye. This should take the lead, but I doubt this run holds the lead. The entire event goes up the backside of the big ramp and walks a wheelie down the other side. Beautiful move there. And now he goes back to the camper right as time expires. Ooh, gets a hard landing on the right side. Not a lot of suspension there to soak up a landing like that as he goes into donuts here in the middle of the floor. Make that cyclones. Not quite the momentum we saw at a Cottonmouth for the cyclones, but he'll get a 21, so he'll take the lead by a couple of points over Cottonmouth. As now we have Henry Freeman bringing out Slasher. Starting off, good hit on that far bus stack. Little bit of a slap wheelie. Slasher unique truck. It's the only Ford Bronco we have competing. Also one of the very few SUVs at that. Beautiful hit on that bus stack. Little bit of a sky wheelie going over it. And tried for a slap wheelie off the van stack, did not get it, much like Cottonmouth didn't. Now donuts at the entrance to the track. Just a couple of rotations there for Slasher. As now he launches it off that big ramp, and a hard landing there for a truck that only has a single coilover shock on it. Some more more good air off that racing lane. Coming down the last 15 seconds of the run here for Slasher. Now he's taking his turn at that camper and gets a hard landing on the right side like Eagle Eye did. And then went past vertical on the sky wheelie there. Looks like the truck shut off as time expires, waiting on the score to pop up. And he got that truck refired. Looks like he's going to keep on going here. Get another couple of hits in for the fans. Hitting that bus stack a little crooked. First real attempt at a cross thread we've seen is now he goes back into donuts by the entrance of the track. Another couple of rotations, gets a 23 from the judges. So now Slasher is your new leader, as now Greg Easton brings out monkey business. Giving the fans a little wave down the center of the track, looking for that first hit. Go for a slap wheelie on the racing lane. Haven't seen anyone go for that yet. Unfortunately, ran out of room, so he didn't get that good of a slap wheelie. But first driver to do that. Looking for that next hit here. Going over the roller, got a good little bit of air off of it. Momentum kind of lacking here at the start. Rolls over the big ramp. I think he wanted a slap wheelie off of it, but the truck rebounded so hard that none of the wheels were touching the ground, so he couldn't go for it, but now he gets the slap wheelie, dragging the tailgate across the floor. Great move there for Greg Easton and monkey business. Coming down last 30 seconds of the run. Definitely need to see more out of this. Not a lot going on here. Get some huge air off that racing lane. I don't even know how he got that much air going that slow off of that. Now he's taking his turn at that camper. Up and saves it. That camper is destroyed, but it's holding together pretty well. Still has some form of shape. And now it looks like he's going to park it on that van stack, and he's going to get a 27 from the judges. So the judges must have really liked that save to score it so high. Now we have Mike Burton bringing out No Mercy. Looks like he's going to line up for that van stack for the first hit. Going for a slap wheelie. Doesn't get a vertical one, but he did get a pretty good one, as we have a new camper out here in that stack. And Mike is going right after it. Oh, that one's a tough one. Up and over goes No Mercy on the second hit. Only going to get a 15 from the judges. Next up, our racing winner, Herman Foster, bringing out Foxtrot. What is he going to do for his first hit? He's going to air it out off the blue lane. Got a good little bit of air. And now he's going to go back to the backside, looking for a sky wheelie. Gets a pretty decent one off of it. Backside of that lane's getting beat down pretty good. I don't know how many more sky wheelies we're going to see off of that. Going for a slap wheelie here. Not quite the landing he needed to get it. Those King Shocks doing too good of a job sucking up that landing. Ooh, and then gets tripped up by that bus stack. And now he backsides the van. First driver to do that here tonight. And now almost clears that bus stack. Into donuts right as we get to the 30-second mark. around and around he goes. Good set of donuts there. And now clears the bus stack once again, going the other way this time. And now launches it off the blue lane. Great air there for Foxtrot. And now he's going to go after that camper right as time expires. And just flattens out that side of it. Got into a little bit of trouble, but recovered it. Oh, up and over he's going to go right after time expires. It's going to be a 26 for Foxtrot, so not quite enough to take the lead. As now Damon Newton brings out Cometic Gaskets. Starting us off with a hit on the bus stack. And now going right to the other bus stack. Good couple of hits to get us started. Not a lot of air, but a unique start. Now right after the camper. Damon Newton giving us a start we haven't seen yet, and then some good air off the backside of the blue lane. Then a good hit on that van stack, combos it up, backside of the red lane bus stack, got into trouble there but recovers it. Looks like he's going to go after the camper, now he's going to go around it and launches it off the backside of the blue lane. Great air there. Final 30 seconds of the run for Damon Newton. Ooh, gets a little twisted in the air over the bus stack. And now backside through the camper. Oh, he's got a piece of it stuck in the truck and it pops the fuel cell. Cometic Gaskets on fire. He's going to get a 25 from the judges. As next up, rather fittingly considering we just had a truck on fire, it's Flashover and Guy Neal coming out. Starting us off, pretty good hit on the backside of the blue lane. Not a lot of air, but a pretty good sky wheelie. Tripped up by the bus stack, lands it hard. So we got another new camper. Hopefully this one doesn't set a truck on fire. Or maybe it'll set this truck on fire. It'd be kind of ironic, wouldn't it? Sky Neal going for a slap wheelie and puts it down pretty quick. He was starting to get it there. Walks a wheelie over the backside of the big ramp. We saw Eagle Eye do the same thing. Now Flashover taking his time lining up for this camper. That could be a negative depending on how he hits it. And he blasts right through it. Huge air off of it. The judges are supposed to take away points for backing up, but with a move like that following it, I don't know how you do that. 20 seconds left in the run here for Guy Neal and Flashover. Best run of the night so far. Bad rebound on the landing. Up and over he goes, and he's not going to save it. Gets a 28 from the judges. Have to think if that filled time, that was going to be a 30. As next up, Randall Boone brings out Rat Trap. Only a few more trucks to go. And he's going to start us off with Cyclones right in the middle of the floor. Randall known for dumping the truck over in Cyclones. Only a few rotations there. Might be the shortest Cyclones I've ever seen him do. But he's still on all four wheels, and that's what matters. Hard landing coming off of that bus stack. Got tripped up by it pretty bad. Looking for that next hit. And get some great air off that blue lane. You can see what's left of that camper after Flashover completely destroyed it. Rat Trap gets some pretty good air off that big ramp. A little bit of a slap wheelie. Going for another slap wheelie. And he's going to drag the bumper across the track. Probably the fastest slap wheelie we've ever seen here. At least this season. Get some more good air on the backside of the blue lane. 20 seconds left in the run for Randall Boone. Touches the back wheels on that bus stack. It keeps on going, a little bit of a slap wheelie off of it. Now going for that other bus stack. Tripped up by it once again, and another little slap wheelie as time expires here for Randall Boone and Rat Trap 3. Backside of the big ramp, walks a wheelie down it, just like we saw out of the two dodges. But unlike Rat Trap, they did theirs in time. Randall Boone just a few seconds out of time for that to count for the score. As he goes into Cyclones once again, and now he dumps it over on the lid. Gets a 28 from the judges. So that'll tie Flashover for the lead. As now 2 trucks left to go. Kinsley Parks bringing out Sunoco. Going right through what's left of that camper into a slap wheelie and combos it up with the backside of the blue lane. Great start for Kinsley. Good hit on the bus stack, touches the back wheels, tripped up by it a little bit. And a great air off that other bus stack. Momentum, not an issue so far here in this run. She's just going hit to hit to hit. Huge air on the backside of that bus stack. Lining up for the big ramp, gets the biggest air off of it of the night into a slap wheelie. Last 30 seconds of the run here for Kinsley. Clears the bus stack by a mile with the biggest air of the night. Oh, I think she wanted to go for the camper, but went into it too hot and over-rotated. Only got a little bit of it and then cleared the bus stack again. Time for 1, maybe 2 more hits here with how fast she's going. Another good hit on the backside of the bus stack. I don't think she's going to get another hit. As time expires right before she goes back to the bus stack once again, up and over she goes, rips the front end out of the truck. It's going to be a perfect 30 for Kinsley Parks and Sunoco with 1 truck left. As Mike Maxwell brings out Tonka now. All he can do is tie Kinsley for the win. He can't win it outright. Starting this off, going for a slap wheelie. Gets a quick one. And then had to put it down pretty quick because he was aimed at the big ramp. Get some good air on the backside of the blue lane. Mike, mostly known for racing, but he's no slouch in freestyle as he gets a great hit on that bus stack. He's got a good few wins to his name. Launches it off the big ramp. Halfway through this run, Mike Maxwell putting on a great run. Not really sure if it's in the conversation for the win, but it's definitely in the conversation to make that a 3-way tie for second. More good air off that bus stack. Last 30 seconds of the run. And then launches it off that blue lane. Longest air of the night. Now going after the big ramp. Almost dead sideways. Gets a slap wheelie coming off of it. Completely unique move. We have not seen that tonight. Time for 1 more hit here, maybe. Launches it over the bus stack. Gets tripped up by the racing lane. Great run from Mike Maxwell. Got a little crazy there at the end. Maybe too late for the judges. We'll have to see. As he goes into Cyclones here in the middle of the floor. Around and around he goes. Is he ever going to stop? Yes, he is. He gets a 28 from the judges. So that'll make it a 3-way tie for second as Kinsley Parks and Sunoco gets the freestyle win here in Orlando with that perfect 30. Then Flashover, Rat Trap, and Tonka with a 28. Monkey Business with a 27. Foxtrot with a 26. Comedic Gaskets with a 25. Slasher with a 23. Eagle Eye with a 21. Cottonmouth with a 19. No Mercy with a 15. And Howler unable to compete due to the damage from racing. But this has been an amazing show here in Orlando. Brand new winner in racing, and a pretty good freestyle show to end off the night. As always, we hope you check us out on Instagram. Keep up to date with all the news and stuff going on behind the scenes. And leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about this show. And we hope to see you next week for KORR Monsters Final 7 Racing. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.